Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about this bad boy right here, the Matrix mousepad, because it's a really good one, and I think a lot of people underrate it and don't give it as much credit as it deserves, because it is actually a lot better than it actually is. So one of the things with this mousepad is that it's made completely out of cloth material from Matrix themselves. This is their actual first ever production on a mouse pad. So it's like, I believe this mouse pad, when they released it, wasn't supposed to be the actual releasing of this mouse pad. It was so anticipated for them to come out with a mouse pad that they just dropped all the ones that they already had, and they pretty much included it with any keycap set. So if you paid $40 for a keycap set, instead of paying an extra $20 for a mouse pad, you pretty much got it free. Now, I believe this mouse pad actually retails around $20. This thing is ridiculous. I mean, even in its own right, $20 for a 2XL mouse pad is pretty dang ridiculous. Keep in mind, right behind me on my gaming setup with all, like, my main mouse pad right now is a GSR SE from BenQ Zowie. That retails for 34 bucks, and people will sell it for over $100 on eBay and all that kind of stuff. Keep in mind, I don't think the Matrix mousepad is better than a GSR, but it's very, very close, but it's better than it in its own right. So here's where I think that the GSR is not better than something like a Matrix. I think this is where the Matrix kind of stands out above all mousepads, like the Odin ones, or even something like the Glorious mousepads, which I super adore. So the reason why this mousepad is just so much better than something like, you know, your other mouse pads is because I believe the material that they used on it, it's not your normal cloth material. It's more of like your hyper speed kind of cloth material, something similar to what's in something like your GSR SE. It has a nice, I believe, strong hyper sliding like texture into it, where it's able to glide properly. The mousepad's actual dimensions are a 35 by 17, so it's a pretty nice long mouse pad. So you can actually put your keyboard on it and your mouse. So, like, you know, you can have that full effect, something similar like what I got behind me on my Glorious and all that kind of stuff. It's something very similar to something like your Artisan mouse pads, where it's not infused with glass. I don't know what they're actually called, but it's the normal Artisan pad that doesn't have the glass particles in it for it to give you that faster glide, and also those ones would shred through your mouse feet. Something like this one, like I said, since it is a cloth material, it's not going to shred your mouse feet unlike other manufacturers. So long lasting, this is great. But like I said, this is very similar also to something like the Glorious mousepad. Now, is it better than the Glorious mousepad? I would say it is 100%. The crazy thing is that I believe that this mousepad has the same exact materials as the Glorious one. I don't know how, but they just did it better. Retailing at $25, this mousepad literally feels amazing. It glides your mouse like butter. If anybody is wondering how the actual gripping portion of the mouse pad is, this thing is not going to move from your desk. It's going to be strictly on that bad boy, like no issues whatsoever. Now, one other thing that I think is really cool about this guy right here, right, is that they put a big Matrix logo right there, dead center, so you all can see, like, yo, we there. Not only that, but they came out with 3 colors on this release. So they came out with a black, they came out with a blue, and they came out with this pink one. The pink one, in my opinion, just looked the best. That's why I got it. And also, I'm like really into the color pink when it comes into the color of like my setup. Mainly because it just pops out the whole entire setup. It makes everything just look 100 times better. So actually, here is a glide test with the mouse, with the mouses that I'm using. I'm using the Pawnage Ultralight Custom. That mouse right there, best mouse feet I have ever used on any mouse. It has the best, like, they are just out of this world. The mouse feet on the actual Pawnage mouse are PTFE, so they're gonna glide really well. So, you know, just naturally using it on this mouse pad, it's going to just be super nice and smooth. This was just a really great example to show you guys, like, this mouse pad is really good in terms of like gliding. And also, if you want to put enough pressure into it, you can do that, but not too much like the Glorious one. As the Glorious ones are a little bit more of a thicker mouse pad, this is going to be a little bit more on that little more low profile version, so you can't really, shove your mouse into it to get that nice crispy aim. But one thing that this does give you over the glorious is that this gives you a better glide overall. And then that's where I honestly think that this mouse pad kind of stands out, is because of how nice it glides, but also how precise you can be when you put a little bit of pressure into there. Not only that, but it's a 2XL for 25 bucks. There's no company doing that right now that's giving you this good of a mouse pad for that price. Besides BenQ, kind of, but that's 34 bucks and it's a smaller pad. Overall, if I had to give a rating out of this Matrix mouse pad, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm gonna have to give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. This thing kills the competition. It's better than the Glorious mouse pads by a long shot. I don't know how it compares against Odin's. My friend tells me he's been switching between them both, but honestly, from my personal experience on all the mouse pads that I have used, this is probably second best mouse pad I have ever used. First being the GSR, simply because it's a hybrid between fast and smooth. I don't know how they did it, but it's really good. In terms of build quality on this mouse pad, you guys are gonna love it too. It's not one of those mouse pads where you use them for about a month. I've had this for about a month to 2 months now, and it's not one of those mouse pads where you think that the sides start to like rip off and all that kind of stuff. It's nothing like that. Or the actual stitching starts to come out of the actual mouse pad. That's not gonna happen either. That hasn't even happened to this one. And I've been using it for almost 2 months now. Overall though, like I said, this mouse pad is a killer for what it actually is. I don't think there's anything better at the moment for $25 at least. But yeah, I mean, that's about it for this video, guys. I hope all of you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. If you guys do want to pick up one of these, I am going to put the link down in the description below. It's going to be to Matrix's website. I don't know if the promo is still going on for where you can actually buy a keycap set and then get this bad boy for free. But if it is, I'll go ahead and leave it down in the comment section, or I'll put it down in the description. But let me know what you guys think of the mouse pad. If you guys own one, what do you guys think of it? What's your personal experiences on it? For me, I'm gonna have to give it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars, dude. They literally nailed it. I want them to make a mouse pad that's similar to something like the Artisan Scheidecken or the BenQ Zowie SR in terms of the form. So like the size comparison. So instead of having a nice big long one, imagine like a nice squared out one, that I can just use strictly for my mouse and not my actual, keyboard and extra stuff. Matrix, I know you watching this. If you are watching this, you already know the dealio. And without further ado, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. You already know it's been your boy TNT, and it's been lit. Hope all of you guys enjoyed the mouse pad. But before we end this video, what sounds really good? Some really nice B-roll.
This gravity, it keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity?